Welcome, this is a video of Jumma game developer. I am Utsav Chakma and I am the creator of this YouTube channel. Today is going to be a quick video. In this video, we are going to see why we would need a 2D camera and how to use it. First of all, you guys can ask me what assets am I using. I usually don't use others' assets too much. I use my own assets, but today I am using not assets of other people's. His name is Kenny, I think, because his website name is Kenny too, and I'm using platformer R extended enemies asset and link you can see on here. If you want to download these assets too, so don't worry, I had link to description, or if you can find in description, you can see you can copy that link from this on here from my screen, monitor screen. And but don't worry, I will of course have it on video description link. Okay, it's all about what assets am I using. Now in Godot you can see I have a screen, I had a game, the asset that I had downloaded from Kenny, and then asset that I made by myself. It was very easy to make. Just first paint everything orange, then paint yellow on top of it, and you can see it goes out of screen. What do I mean by out of screen? Well, it is actually not out of development window, but out of the game window. Which is the game window? If you don't know about it, you might be new to this channel or new to Godot actually. If you are a regular subscriber, you would remember how we use it. Well, don't worry about it if you don't know. I am explaining without talking too much. You can see this is the screen. When we play it, it will, even if we are like this, you can see on here these ones, but when we play it, you can see these boundaries on here. You will just see this screen, this viewport. What is under viewport, you will see it on your game when you play it. Well, let me show you what I mean. You can see the boundaries of the floor, and you can move out of the boundaries, but you can only see this part of the viewport. That sometimes if your game can get bigger, so you will want to watch outside of your game world, and you will need a node called 2D camera. So what is a 2D camera? It is something that can go, that can let you see outside of viewport when you play your game. And if we use it, you don't need to assign anything to it, because Godot automatically will show the area of that camera that is under your game. Okay, let me show you first how it is. Explanation later. Now you can see we have a new rectangle on here. Now Godot will not show the ordinary view. What is this? Godot will not show this part. Godot will show this part now, this new rectangle. And if we place it here, you will see that there would not be any camera on this game, you would usually see this rectangle and see the player on this side, in the middle side. But now this new camera will make, as we had made this new camera, Godot will switch to this this camera 2D, I think. Yes, camera 2D. It's the node name, and the class name. It's the name of the node too. You can however change the name, but class name will be the same. It will be now in the right side if I'm showing you, and it will move with, what the frick. Okay, I finally found out I had missed something. That's why it was not working correctly. Oh, I also need to think about this. You need to set the camera as current. If you have multiple of cameras, let me show you. If you set this to current, it will not be current anymore. If you set this to current, the other ones will not be current anymore. This is the rule of camera in 2D cameras in Godot. I think it's same to the 3D camera. Yes, it is the same, I think, because it's needed to be uncurrent when let me show you now what happens. You can see now this is copying this viewport right now. If it would be copying this viewport, the player would be at the middle, but you can see it is not in the middle, it's at the right side because it's copying this viewport, and you know why it will happen. Oh, I should also show you guys that you can see it, even now it can go outside of this and the camera should follow the player. There is a simple way to make the camera follow the player, that's childing the camera to the player. Too much noises outside. Now we can just make it 0 and 0 to make the camera at the origin of the player, to move on the origin of the player. And I think a little upside would be better if I would move a little upside. Now you can now see that it will follow the player, the camera will follow the player. But if okay, I wanted to show you guys something, that is, if the player rotates, the camera rotates too, and that's not what you will want. It will happen actually, but sorry that I can show you how it will happen. It will not happen with the kinematic body but with the rigid body. You will not wanted to do this, make happen the camera to rotate with the player, so you can unchild it, but if you unchild it, it will not of course follow the rotation, but it will not follow the player too. If it happens, what to do? We can just do something, that is scripting, and by scripting you can make the player follow make the camera follow the player. So let's attach a script to make the player follow make the camera follow the player. Don't worry, I'll explain as goodly as I can. Goodly or what, I don't know how to talk it, how to say it in English. Whatever, we need to assess the player's transform to get its position and make the camera follow the position of the player. The player's name is kinematic body 2D, and if we use get node weight, this is a variable where you will put your player. We have named the variable player, you can name it however you want. Then after that, get node, then it is showing dot because I think it has nothing inside. Oh, if it would have child after dot, I think it would work correctly. But if you write like this, I am explaining, wait, you can name this thing on here. Look, in which case you should use get node. Get node is a method which actually gets the child of itself and finds the name. You have an object with this name, and if it doesn't get any object by that name as child of the current object, so it will return null. It will not work. Why? Because I said that get node is a method that only will get the child of camera 2D. If you don't know what means child parent in development, you should learn about it. It is not for a complete beginner but for my subscribers video on actually, and so I am not targeting all of complete beginners. I mostly target complete beginners, but today it is a quick video and I will not target complete beginners. The video is getting too long, sorry. If it would be child of the camera 2D only, then this script means this script would get something under camera 2D that is named kinematic body 2D and get it as the main player. But Right now we don't have kinematic body 2D, I mean this this player under camera 2D, and I mean not child of camera 2D, so it will not get by in this way. We should first get the parent. My explanation ability is getting down. Okay, you can see now we have the auto completion of kinetic body 2D because we have first get the parent of the of camera 2D. The parent of camera 2D is platformer example node 2D, and after a dot we have set get node kinetic body 2D. It means it will first get the parent node of camera 2D, then find its child named as kinematic body 2D. It actually, the parent of camera 2D has a child node named kinematic body 2D. Want to see that? Well, this is the camera and this is the child, this is the parent of the camera 2D, and it has the node named kinematic body 2D. And now you can access this kinematic body 2D and store this in player variable. Onready is because we have used this variable as a method, and now we want the position x should be equals to player's position. What am I writing? Position x. Wait, I'm explaining this to, I think you guys can't understand because my explanation ability is that. Please tell me in the comments, do you guys understand or I should explain more betterly. So after storing this kinematic body 2D by getting the parent, this platformer example, and getting the child node of this parent, this by a child named kinematic body 2D, we have actually accessed this object by first getting its parent this to the camera 2D node under this player variable, then we have got its what called position x, and we have set this position x under the camera's position x. What is the camera's position x? Well, I'm explaining shortly. I have explained about this before to my subscribers. Position x, actually this is the position. First we have got the position of the camera, then after a dot we have said we want the x of the position. It means this x of this position. If you would write here scale, it and then dot x, it would actually get this x of scale because we have written scale here on that case, but we have written position in our case, and then x. We have set this position x to the player's position x, means this position x equals to, we will set this x to the kinetic body's x to camera to this x, and same to this position y. We have set the camera's position y to player's position y on here. This is the player actually, and it's y to this y. And what will it do? Well, and it will be actually applied 60 times per second. Every time it will the camera 2D, sorry, the kinetic, if the kinetic body is on here, its x and y is like this, and so the camera 2D's x and y will be also like 156 and y will be 409. I mean it will, the same position will be held to the camera too, and so what it will do is it will make the camera's position same as the player's position. Okay, let's run test and show you guys what it will do. You can see it is working smoothly and it falls down. And wherever you would place the player, I don't want to select the camera, it will copy the position of the player and set in the camera 2D will copy the position of the player and set the player's position to the position of the camera 2D. Should I explain more better? Please tell in comments. Now then also it is following the position of the what you can call player. If you want offset, I'm quickly showing you without of explaining. Var offset like this, so it will actually, as an example, you can change it to -10. Let's see what happens. Let's try 100. You can see it gets a little bit up if you put minus numbers here. If you put plus numbers here, plus, you don't need to show the plus to Godot, it will move downside. And same to the X, if you put here 100, it will actually move right side. If you put minus numbers, it will move left side. That's a quick example that I mean this is a quick video that I have shown to you guys. I haven't explained some things because this is a quick video and it is especially for my subscribers, and they will understand the things I haven't explained. I am sure about it, but there are some things as I have explained, but it is possible that you haven't understand them. Please tell me on the comments, should I explain more better, or I'm fine with my own current explanation. So this is all. Next video next week. Sorry, this week. Comment below about am I able to make you understand anything on this video. That's all today. Stay safe, stay healthy, happy game developing. Bye.